Sports Show. The hottest names and the hottest takes.
Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. where Prien and Cole Larsch highlight prep sports, college sports, coyote athletics, and professional sports. We would love to hear your questions for us too. The phone lines are always open.
Tune in to the CharCole Sports Show each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. to hear the hottest takes on KAOR Vermilion.
It is Wednesday, October the 8th, 2025. Thanks for tuning in live here in the CharCole Sports Show, Season 3 and Episode 6. First up, USD football rolls on for a win for D-Day. Soccer picks up a nice Summit League win. Then we move on to the NFL, where the Vikings are 3-2 heading into their bye week. Then it's SD Prep football, where we've got a barn burner in Class 9B and 9AA. We'll get to that game about 6:50 or so. As always, we wrap up with our picks of the week. Feel free to call in at any time, 605-658-6813. We'll always answer the phones here in the studio. Buckle in because the CharCole Sports Show starts right now.
And welcome back to the CharCole Sports Show. I'm Charlie Prien, joined by Cole Larsch. And I'll tell you what, Cole, in the YouTube description, I just saw that. But this is the best I've been able to speak for the last 96 plus hours. Yeah. So a beautiful Wednesday, as always, here in the studio. But both battling some sickness here on a fine Wednesday. This is the CharCole Sports Show, Episode 6. Of Season 3, Cole. I mean, how about it? How about it? Season 3, our third season, a third year we've been doing this, and wouldn't want it any other way.
I'm going to be honest, I think we're going to make it this long. But here we are. Can't get rid of us. Oh, geez. Can't get rid of us that easily.
Well, it's, yeah.
Even throughout throat issues, back pain, just signs of getting old.
We've missed some shows. Well, very few shows. I've missed some shows because of sickness. That's mainly because when I get sick, I'm like, oh, I'm not going in. Usually I kind of chill out, but no, this is going to be more of a chill show. We'll hopefully have some banter between those in the YouTube comments and those who may potentially call in. And as a reminder, if you're listening on the airwaves in Vermilion, South Dakota, because unless you're a little bit further to the west of Vermilion, South Dakota, or you got a good north wind, you can get a little bit further south. You're not going to be able to hear us outside of Vermilion, South Dakota, or unless you're listening on the TuneIn app. But you can find us on YouTube as well. You can find us. Our YouTube stream is live, and you can find us on YouTube. That YouTube channel name is the CharCole Sports Show. Spelling that out for you, it's CharCole Sports Show in two separate words there. It's a CharCole Sports Show on YouTube. Happy to be with you again tonight, Cole. Got a fun slate of sports to talk about. We have a segment today. It might be one of our favorite segments in a long time.
Yeah, I think so.
And if you're a South Dakota sports fan listening, specifically for high school sports, and you're or a fan of the region and high school sports, you're going to love this one. A little bit later in the show, coming up around the 9 or the 6:45 mark here in the show. So in about 40 minutes, we have a fun segment for you. We'll get to that in a minute. But we, again, appreciate all those watching, specifically those. Shout out in 101.
Specifically Ty. Shout out Ty.
He is,
hasn't missed an episode in a year.
That's dedication right there. Ty, 4 beverages deep, he says. And Ty, we're going to guess what those beverages are. But we appreciate you tuning in and being a loyal fan of ours, as well as a good friend of ours as well. I'm pretty sure Ty bought me a beverage or two the other night, but
probably there's a really good chance of that.
Yeah,
that's very possible.
Ty wanted to be on the show, and sounds like I'm all for it personally, but we'll work on that, Ty. We'll see. We will see. And like and subscribe. I like that, Cole. You doing that?
Yeah, I'm just clicking on stuff right now.
That's fun. We can do all sorts of fun stuff. Obviously powered by StreamYard in the top left-hand corner. Cole talks sports. D-Days last week. I guess before we get going, it's our show. We can talk about what we want. Let's talk about our D-Days experience because I was handicapped for about 48 hours of those. In those 48 hours, I was in peril.
You were.
You can probably still tell with my throat a little bit. I'm really happy that you didn't get what I have. Connor's also watching. That's sweet.
Shout out. Big man.
Big man. I'm glad you didn't get my sickness. Cole, let's talk about what happened over your D-Days. Tell us about what happened to your experiences.
Well, first in our house, in our apartment, Morgan got sick. Then Bree got sick. And then you got really sick, like almost worse than your allergies.
And I've been taking my vitamins.
I know.
Seriously.
Yeah. And I have survived. I woke up on Sunday morning with no voice for other reasons, but I feel great.
See, I woke up on Saturday on no voice, and that was partially because of two different things, but
correct. That'll happen. Yep. But Saturday celebrated a big Pereira win in the UFC, and then
that might be a part of our show once the football season kind of comes to a slow point.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
We have some good.
Bring on the Common Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Common Man can just happen.
Common Man on KAOR. I rock with it.
That'd be fun.
I rock with it, especially when all we're going to talk about. Let's see. Once football's over,
we can still come in here though. I mean, well, I will technically still be going to school here, so I can have you on as a guest.
Correct.
So
and we could probably just sit in this exact same spot.
Yeah, we're going to take our time in the second half of the year. So
that is
it's like having you got to leave a year. You got to leave a year off. You're like in remembrance,
right? Yeah.
We do have a really good time slot though. I will say, because if you think about Wednesday specifically, why our spot is so nice. There's rarely ever any sports on Wednesdays, like for USD. There's no professional sports on Wednesday.
Yep.
And from 6 to 7, so right after, we can go have our Bunyan's Bar and Grill is your one-stop shop for all sorts of fun bar food, beverages, and great hospitality. They're paying us to say this. We get free food tonight. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be sweet, though.
I was going to say, absolutely. Bring it on.
We can make them a commercial and put it in the show.
Good. We very easily could.
No, but we're going to head to Bunyan's, so it matches up great for timing and such as well. So, again, thank you for tuning in to the CharCole Sports Show. This is, how many episodes have we done total?
This is right around the 60 mark, just on the radio.
60 hours of just sitting here and yapping.
Probably more, because it was 20
right.
It's probably about 20. I don't think we quite got to 30 year one. Or no, we did get to 30 year 30. One. We didn't quite get to 30 year two because there's a stretch where both of us were sick for a long time. And then 6 years. So I'd say we're at 60 plus here in the radio station.
That's pretty wild.
But that's not even counting all of them back. I mean,
we got a populated YouTube channel here.
We do. You could go back and try to find them, I bet.
Well, you definitely could. So we have 96 total videos. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's not all of the recorded shows from
back in the
radio
day
show either. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cole, over our time, we are approaching our 3,000th view, if that's how you say. Yeah, 3,000th view on YouTube. That's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
3,000 viewers on YouTube. We're 51 away.
Dang.
That's pretty sweet. Our most popular is our preview show. And then our second most is an 11B playoffs preview. Our most popular show was the radio show was the one on November 1st last year. What did we talk about then, Cole?
Boy, I could go back and find it, I bet. Let's see if I can find it. November 1st, you say? 2024?
Vikings upset win.
November 1st, 2024.
I'm looking at it here. We had 41 views on YouTube. If we had that for the video this week, we would have
1120.
3,000.
1240. I don't
had some questions.
I don't know.
Top Summit League football took a big loss. What did the football team lose to in a big loss last year? Or that's 2023? That was my freshman year.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right.
We were some young bucks.
12-1.
That was when we could have had Tavin. We probably had Tavin in part of that show.
Was it episode 13? What does the date say?
The date is
11/29/23 is as close as I've got.
well. If you go to Popular on November 1st, CharCole Sports Show with a little tilde, November 1st. We posted it on November 7th. The video was posted on November 7th.
24. Oh, 11/29. This is the show we did from 4 to 5.
Oh,
Interesting. That's not the one, though.
those are Anyways, we're doing fun stuff now here in the studio, so
True. It is our show.
it is our show, so we can do whatever we want.
11-1. It had to been. I don't think we.
At some point, though, we have to have Tavin on the show.
Right. I mean, I don't want to say Earth Heaven, but Heaven if you're out there.
You're out there.
11-1. Oh, here it is. Episode 10 of the show. Here it is. 11-1. 10th edition. Important Vikings win, but a huge loss as we beat the Packers. Volleyball team is close to the top of the summit. Football takes a big loss against a really good team.
That had to have been.
Basketball gets started. And we picked our
We had SDHSA semifinals, I believe.
Yep, that is correct.
That's coming up.
We lost the state 37-3.
I never went to that game because I
was there.
I was like, it's gonna stink, so I went home and went.
I was there. I was in the corner right beside the student section, 3 rows up. Great seats.
Well,
no, it was in the dome. So I was there.
Yeah.
About what year was it? My sophomore year then when I was at
State?
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. There you go. Reminisce. Nothing quite like. I was way back.
No. That was the year you went to state. Yeah, it was in state that year.
I'm looking at the box score. Stadium ago.
What?
Yep. 37-3 loss.
Okay, so then that means that last
2022.
Oh yeah, okay. So then that means your freshman year you went up there.
This was my freshman year, 22.
Yes, 22. Yes.
22 was in the dome. I'm looking at the box score right now.
Right, that's what we're saying. The same
this
thing.
Is 23.
Yeah,
my bad. This is 23.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
you have to just take it back every other we have here. So if we go back to 2023, that means we played here.
Yeah,
and then 2024 and 22 we played.
Yeah, 23 was here. We lost 37-3. We had the 3-0 lead at the quarter break, and then it went downhill from there.
Sure. All right, Cole. D-Days wrapped up.
Yes, sir.
Football finds a way to win. Not finds a way. They did win.
Sure.
Pretty bad team.
I think it's won once in the last 3 years. Their head coach is 1-16 all time. In front of about 8,000 people inside the Dakota Dome, 49-24.
8,000 at kickoff. And then by the time
after royalty got announced to start the third quarter, there was probably 4,000.
Yeah.
Because a lot of students left. Which I get you're there for the royalty. And it was also a would that be 35-7 game?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Also can say the 2 people that were announced I got to know beforehand because I have the script for the PA announcer, Mr. Tom Jones. Shout out Tom. No free shout outs except for Tom. Shout out Tom Jones.
And Bunions.
But I could honestly say when Tom read the names to me, I don't have the volant with me on the front cover.
It's Griffin Peterson and
I don't remember the other one. But I was like, I can promise you. He's like, do you know either of these 2 people? No.
I know Griffin pretty well.
Oh, it's Zena Aragon.
Yeah, there you go. I know Griffin pretty well. I actually talked to him at OLC on that Friday night for a while.
Yeah.
And because he interned in the house.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He interned in the house for Will Mortensen. And I was staging out there when he did that. So I was talking to him about a bunch of stuff, told him that I applied and all this. And it was a great conversation. I'm like, well, pulling for you tomorrow, and then by no means. And he was also my freshman year lab partner in my sustainability class.
You know,
And so I know Griffin. He's a good guy.
small world.
So I was happy to actually know someone that won. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. No, Tom read both names to me. I'm like, I think I've heard of Griffin Peterson.
Definitely seen him before.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Well, I see a lot of people every day.
He's in Trinity is that
the one in the corner there.
the new one, the brand new one. Lambda. There you go. Yeah. Yep. Anyways,
so USD moves to 3-3 overall on their season. Take a look at the box score YouTube stream. Aiden Bauman, 11-4. I believe that says 1,685 yards, 3 touchdowns. LJ Phillips, 24 carries, 244 yards, and 4 touchdowns, quietly for him.
Quietly.
Yeah. Reed Watkins, 13 carries, 82. Carson Fletcher, 7 for 41. Receiving, Lorenzo Fenner, shout out to the Howling Podcast, confirmed good at football. 3 catches for 108 yards and a touchdown. Jack Martins with a touchdown. Zach Whitty with a touchdown as well. Those are your 3 passing touchdowns.
Larsch, let's quickly here talk about the wide receiver situation. You know, we didn't have to pass a whole lot in that game. Lorenzo Fenner, an obvious bright spot in the wide receiver room, and then Jack Martins is steady, you know, in that slot. But who do we have in that other, you know, wide receiver 3 spot?
I think they're trying to make it a mix of tight ends right now. I think is what.
I'm fine with that.
Right, but
here's the deal.
They've got
Dallas Holmes. Zach Whitty.
They've got Dallas Holmes in the backfield, lead blocking most of the time. Of course, again, he's a big dude.
Put him out.
He's athletic. We've seen him go up and I saw him in the spring game, the Coyote Football Family Day or whatever they called it in the spring. I mean, granted, there's no defense, but he was just going up and mine.
Well, there's a lot of people eye on him, specifically me.
And, I know. Trust.
And
but he makes a great fullback.
I guess in Valley play you need a fullback.
Well, he's a
popping cough drops over here like they're candy.
Well, got to do that sometimes.
We're only 18 minutes in the show, Cole.
I know. And we've talked about one thing.
That's okay.
Hey, that's our kind of pace.
I'm gonna let you talk for all the soccer stuff.
That's our kind of pace, though. Well, it was a couple of eventful games, to say the least. Take a look quick at the Valley standings for football. NDSU is 2-0. South Dakota sits firmly at 1-1, dead center in 5th. SDSU, Southern Illinois, North Dakota with wins. Illinois State, Youngstown State, 2 very good teams took a loss. Indiana State, Northern Iowa, and Murray State, 3 not so good teams took losses as well. Let's take a look at this coming Saturday, October the whatever day that is, 11th. Sure. USD heads to Terre Haute, Indiana, looking for their first road win in over 320 days since they last defeated UND in Grand Forks last season. I believe also something along the lines of looking for like their first win at Indiana State in a long time. Because for some reason this place is impossible to win at. This is a game that you need to take care of. You need to treat it like Murray State. Get in, get out quick. Get your second guys in the second half. You got to.
Will that happen?
I doubt it. Because it's always tough, no matter how good the team is. Even last year, or it would have been 2 years ago, traveling to Indiana State, it's always tough to play a road game in the Valley, even at a struggling program like Indiana State. But you got to win. You have to. You just simply have to. Like there's no other way around it. You lose this, you are out of the playoffs.
There's a lot of people have us penciled out.
Because if you win out, except for the loss to State, you can maybe sneak in. Maybe.
I really think maybe you got to win out, or you somehow lose to Indiana State and beat SDSU in the second to last game of the year.
I think even if you beat SDSU, you're out.
I don't think SDSU is what everyone thinks there. I think when they play North Dakota State, it's going to be a butt kicking.
Well, I agree, but still, If you lose to Indiana State and you beat State, I think you're out.
Well, here's the deal. The 25th of October, the game's at the Dyke House against North Dakota State. Does game day go?
No. Well, let's look at the rest of the slate here. Let's do some hypotheticals.
Let's do some.
All right, ready for this? Base Tutin's status has changed every week. Good thing he's sitting on my bench.
All right, let's play a game here, Cole, that PA likes to play with Nordo.
What's that?
It's called Hyper Accurate or Hyperbolic. All right, let's go down the list.
Okay, nope, they're not going. Ready for this? 11 a.m. Texas A&M at LSU. Houston at Arizona State.
Ole Miss, Oklahoma.
USF at Memphis. BYU at Iowa State.
Yeah, Missouri Vandy would even be a good one.
Yep. Ole Miss, Oklahoma. You said that one.
So get me to Northwestern and Nebraska.
Yes, dude. Seriously, give me what's going to be 3-4 UCLA at 5-3 Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan State. They always seem to go there. So yeah, there you go. So no.
Nope, they're not going there.
But give me, yeah, you're right. Give me Northwestern at Nebraska.
But if these
or instead of going to what's that game called? The Dakota Marker.
Oh,
go to the Dakota Dome for USD against Illinois State.
That should. I don't know. Illinois State had a tough game the other day.
They're good.
Yeah, their quarterback's darn good, and we don't play well against good quarterbacks.
No, we don't.
We play good against good teams.
Or good receivers.
Right. We play good against good teams, I think, but I don't think we play good against good quarterbacks.
No.
Specifically those that you might just want to stand up.
No, I'm good. And I actually doesn't feel too bad. I've got my back thing's resting in a spot where I had just enough pressure on it to quit throbbing in pain.
Sure.
So yeah, there you go. There's your USD football update there. 3-3 overall, 1-1 in the Valley.
Larsch.
Shall we move on?
The volleyball, 1-2 in conference play. Quickly, before
Correct.
you get into the games since last Wednesday. There's been a few.
One.
Last Wednesday. Oh, you're right. There's been one.
Yep.
How do you feel about the team that pick up one set against Denver? They dropped against a pretty bad North Dakota team and then beat a World Conference team.
Listen.
Growing pains, or
No,
should we be concerned?
Listen, if that UND game is at home, we can go back a lot of years, all right, to just a lot of teams here in the Summit League playing lesser opponents on the road. Game 1 of the Summit League schedule, it's almost always a loss, probably 85% of the time. Just even going back in my memory, like you look at some of these, like, why did you lose to this team? Oh, it's the first Thursday of Summit League play on the road. You're week 4 of classes. You just haven't. Again, no growing pains. No. This loss against Denver, we talked about it. Denver is ranked. I talked about it in my Volant article a couple weeks ago, or it was last week. Denver is ranked top 60 in the country. They're good.
I know
historically they're not. This year they are. And we got one set against them. We actually hit for a majority of the game. Morin Bodie, as you see on YouTube, set a program record for most blocks in a 4-set match. 13. Here's what they did. They looked at us and said, wow, you guys like to set it to Lauren Medic on the outside a lot. We're going to put our 2 best blockers on her the entire match. And good luck. Amanda Lotion hit over 500. Lauren Medic hit like 062. So they blocked her a lot.
Yeah.
They tried going over the block. It's too wide. Tried going beside the block. It's out of bounds. So that was their key.
But you put that on film, Cole, as a weakness. If a gritty, I'm not going to say a bad team, but a gritty team can do that to you. What's a team like Denver going to do to you? They're going to 3-1 you. What's a team like SDSU going to do to you? They're going to probably 3-0 you, 3-1 you.
Well, here's the great thing, is we have this head coach named Leanne Williamson. She knows her stuff. From what I've been told.
Oh.
There's a reason she's here.
How long she been here?
12 years.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
She knows her stuff. Traveling to Denver on D-Day's Saturday. First of all, scheduling. What are we doing? Why are we playing in a road Summit League? Why are we playing a road game on homecoming? I don't care whose homecoming it is. Every team. Why are you playing? Like, for example, and this has no involvement with the Summit League at all. But the Vermilion Tanagers, their homecoming week. You know how many home games they had? One. It was their football game. And they had one soccer match on a Monday. That was the extent of their homecoming game. But the volleyball team played 2 games on the road. I think that makes sense. I don't know. At least on the Summit League side of things, like you play each of these teams. You play one at home, you play one on the road. This could have easily been a Thursday game. We didn't play on Thursday.
No.
This could have been at home. Imagine a D-Day's volleyball crowd. And last year they didn't have a game on Saturday. That was their bye game was on Saturday.
I don't know. Are you gonna are you gonna work in the game tomorrow?
Yeah. I'll be not sure what I'll be doing. It's the Pink game tomorrow. We look ahead to our preview. In case you didn't catch it in our rambling, USD lost 3-1. Thank you. Thank you, John Acree. I got you. Thank you, John Acree, for agreeing with me. Runs during homecoming week do not make sense, high school or college. Thank you. At least somebody out there agrees with my nonsense. Most of the time, nonsense. I just don't get it. I don't understand why you would want to schedule on your homecoming week road games. Now, for colleges, it's different because the conference schedules them and things like that, but just make a phone call and say, hey, what can we do to get these switched around so we're at home? Now, as somebody who works in the athletic marketing staff as a game day worker, a D-Days doubleheader for football and volleyball would have been a marathon. I would have done it. But yes, we look ahead. Here's the volleyball standings in the Summit League. South Dakota sits firmly in the middle in 5th place at 1 and 2. Your usual suspects: SDSU, St. Thomas, Denver, NDSU. We expected them to be good this year. Omaha, North Dakota, Kansas City, and Oral Roberts. We expected them to be exactly where they are. Unfortunately, they took their first loss this season to North Dakota on the road on Thursday of the opening weekend. So that's cool, but we'll bounce back. It's going to be a tough Summit League. Of course, it's a very top-heavy league. If you find yourself in 3rd, I think that'd be a very comfortable spot for you, because those road games at STSU, at St. Thomas, and we've already seen at Denver, they're going to be very tough. As we look ahead to the upcoming week, home and away on the Summit League schedule, USD will host the St. Thomas Tommies on Thursday, 7 p.m. It's the Pink Out presented by Stanford. I don't recall ever having a sponsor for this game, but it is a Pink Out nonetheless. And then on Saturday, they will travel to Omaha, which we saw currently sits at 1 and 3 on their standings so far. The Coyote volleyball team currently sits 9 and 6 overall. They are 1 and 2 in the Summer League. Again, working their way back into the regular Summer League schedule. One home, one away. Yes. And John, once again, thank you for agreeing with me. Road homecoming games, 0 sense in the world. And my main man, Charlie Tree, is getting himself situated back into position. And welcome back.
Yeah, sorry. This is the most I've talked in like 4 days. So you got to imagine the old talk box isn't very happy right now. So.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Between on entire game on Friday, which I was not prepared for, to the celebration on Saturday, and then doing PA Sunday and Thursday. There you go. More comments. Cubs are up, hopping back and forth between us and Cubs. 4-2 top of the 7th. Big Dog, welcome in. Cubbies winning.
I'm looking forward to seeing John. John, you should go to a game. John, I'm going to see you in how many days here? Got to be less than
Oh, Big Dog jinxed it. It's now 4-3.
9 days, John. Well, less than that.
Wow, that's an opener,
Isn't it? That weekend?
Isn't it that Saturday?
Um,
It's next Saturday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
What
Thursday,
day,
Friday, Saturday.
John? What day are you coming?
10 days.
Not Acre, Iaconi. Big Dog. What day are you coming? Coming Thursday? 'Cause I think I'm going to take class off on Friday. See what he says. Anyways,
Coyote soccer, shall we? Let's get any further comments.
I don't think I have any comments on soccer either. I'm going to get another.
All right, the Coyote soccer moves to 6-3-4, and as soon as I get things loaded in here, on Thursday, whoops, there we go. On Thursday, the Coyote soccer team took a 4-3 loss against North Dakota State, a game in which NDSU came in scoring 1 goal in the last 5, and they scored 4 to get the 4-3 win in front of what we might believe is a top 3 attendance of all time for USD soccer.
I heard there was a few people around.
378 it was their code red.
7 days, John, till you come out here, huh?
There you go. Took the loss 4-3. It was a very entertaining crowd. I saw a lot of other athletes were heckling the referees. Might add, for decent reason. They struggled for what I could tell. Now, again, I don't really know that much, but from what I was told from people who actually know something, we've had that refereeing crew a couple times this season, and they've struggled. That's okay. Referees are human. I'm not going to say that they changed the outcome of this game, because we let across 4 goals on 8 shots, I think. We had
What's the deal with
2 shots?
Summit League officials, Cole? I heard that the poor officials in the WNBA are actually former Summit League officials.
Yeah, the one that what was I going to say? The one that didn't call the play where probably shouldn't have, but didn't blow the whistle on the Nuvisa Collier injury. Former Summit League official, reportedly, and is now working the finals. I don't know. The director, I did look this up, though. The director of Summit League officials currently resides in Florida. And he's the director of Summit League soccer officials. So that was interesting. I don't know why we looked that up. One of the many things I get to do during the game, because my job as a PA announcer is quite simple once we get in the game. It's just substitutes.
You really gotta watch Ted Lasso.
I have.
It helped you understand the whole thing.
I have watched the first 2 seasons, I think.
That's good.
By the time I quit watching it, season 3, it just came out. They had 4 now?
Oh, they haven't come out with 4, I don't think. Let's look up Ted Lasso season 4.
But I think they had just released 3, so I got through the first 2.
Oh, it's in development and currently filming. That's cool. Well, Ted Lasso was at the Vikings game, and
I saw that, yeah.
So I'm sure they're over there filming.
Yep. So that was on Thursday. On Saturday, USD got the 2-1 victory over North Dakota. Not much else to say there. Took care of business. Larissa Vega scores her 7th goal of the season.
What's the sorry to disrupt you again, or to interrupt you again. What's the deal? Is there a transfer portal scene for women's soccer?
Probably.
Well, there you go. She's gone.
No, I doubt it. I don't know. You never know. Honestly, no clue. I can't tell. I can't say that we've had anybody transfer out. I don't think we had any transfer. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple that transferred in, but yeah, took the victory. 2 hours and 2 minutes, which was nice. Didn't have the official yell at us for 5 seconds on the clock 3 times. So that was nice. Another story back to the NDSU game. It was just like a better terms, crapshoot. But yeah, and then as our good friends on the Howling podcast noted, they had a video played from the Summit League Network that they believed was shot from the International Space Station because it was so high and zoomed out. As somebody who's been working the games, we had complaints that it was too zoomed in, so we zoomed out, and I had complaints that it was too zoomed out, so we zoomed in. I complained again, so now we're just stuck. But they had some funny comments. Like they didn't know that they were shooting the soccer game from the top of the Dakota Dome, the International Space Station. Let's see what else. I just watched the episode today, so that's pretty cool. John Thayer was a guest. He's always good. So there's the recap for women's soccer preview. This upcoming week, they're back in. They're not back in. They are in their regular summer league schedule. They travel to Kansas City. They left today, I believe, early this morning. They take on Kansas City at 7 o'clock on tomorrow, and then they will take on Oral Roberts in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1 o'clock on Sunday. As we look at the soccer standings, Oral Roberts is going to be a very tough team. AOL scored some league opponents this year, 5-1. They're 9-3. We're all 3-0 on the summit. And then
we go there on the 12th.
Correct.
So the game.
And then, but the game before that, Kansas City's 0-2. They have lost their games by a combined of 5-1.
This game really, or this season really comes down to a close here soon. If you look at it.
It is because you don't play a home and away in the Summer League Soccer. You play just one, and it's like,
which we've talked about this. Why not just scrap half of your non-con and double it
right?
up?
Well, their non-conference schedule is a month and a half long. I don't get it personally, but this is also the Summit League that in men's soccer we have UMass and Delaware in the men's Summit League.
Summit League, Cole. You didn't hear it. It's Midwest Sports Conference right there.
I guess. I don't know. But there's your lowdown on Coyote soccer. Already have increased their win total last year by 3. They doubled up their last year's win total. They also had like 9 draws or something like that last year. So they're looking very good. A couple of those draws should have gone their way. That NDSU loss was really going to sting. But they're looking forward, and they're going to be a contender coming to Summit League. If they can get the 3 or the 4 seed, if they can get up anywhere between the 1 through 4 seed, they'll host a postseason game. The 1 and 2 seed have a bye and then host.
When's the last time we hosted a playoff game? Ever?
Oh yeah, we had a team that went 13-2-1 one season back in 2014, I think. Put up 14 goals against Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Fabulous. AR Pine Bluff, baby.
Because I was looking through the media guide to look through attendance, try to find attendance records to see. Because by the way, this attendance for the NDSU game was hand counted by me.
I've heard.
I counted
that's the actual official.
I went through and counted every single person in that stadium.
What did you come up with?
378 or whatever they listed. Yeah, 378.
Because that's the number you counted.
That's the number I counted.
So who do you report that to?
Nate.
Oh,
because he puts at halftime he puts the attendance in. And usually it's 110. I was like, I'm gonna actually count. My guess was gonna be about 400 because it was full. And there's little standing off to each side, and there's a line because they had the porta pit place. It's like right by Subway.
Sure, yeah.
It's, not Hex Barbecue, but
I know what you're talking about. The
porta pit
in the A-frame house. Yep.
Yeah, they had that at the soccer game for the code red for the student athletes. And I at one point counted 55 people in that line. So of course they went into the tally because as the game went on, they kept on streaming it. There you go. There's your Coyote soccer update, Charles. There you go.
Well, King Charles would like to move us to the next segment, specifically talking about those Vikings.
Bring it on.
Did you watch the game, Cole?
The second half.
Well, I was so excited, and well, let's just say not excited. I was so sick that I was up at 5 a.m. on Sunday and decided to listen to the whole pregame. Went to get coffee before and to Walmart, and that's how much stuff I got done before the game. I went to Cave Brulee for the game on Sunday morning, but yeah, watched the game on Sunday. Yuck, gross. Ugh.
Hey, a win is a win.
That's right, Cole.
On the record.
Addison, the Jordan Addison thing, we could talk about that for a long time. But resilience in that is pretty crazy. I'm going to try to remember it off the top of my head, and I want you to help pitch in, Cole, if I forget.
Yep.
Jordan Addison out for the first quarter. You're on after Darisaw goes out for the entire fourth quarter, part of the third. You have this offensive line, Justin School's second stringer, who's pretty much a bum.
Not pretty much.
You have your left guard as Joe Huber, first time having him start third string. You move probably a guy who would be starting on a bunch of other offensive lines at this time of the year. Blake Brandell playing center for the first time, Cole, and get this, go PA after the game. The first time ever. The guy has never long snapped, done anything ever in high school.
I heard that guy, and they made the change. It wasn't like this is something they planned preseason.
Right.
They worked on it
He was
in London.
He was in contention with Donovan Jackson for the left guard spot this preseason.
Right. So he basically learned how to play center in 4 days.
And shotgun snapping at that level has some intricacies to it.
It does.
You got to give a lot of props to him for that. And then let's go right guard. We have our first starter who played the entire game, Will Fries. Will Fries played excellent and was pretty much the only reason the Vikings knew what was going on up there. And then our right tackle was Walter Rouse after School got moved to left. So Justin School played left and right tackle. And Cole, how many sacks did Myles Garrett get?
I don't think any.
Exactly.
They only let up like 3 for the game.
And
against statistically the best defense in the league.
PFP, is that what it is? PFF, there you go.
Yeah.
PFF reported that Justin School played or was matched up against Myles Garrett on 15 snaps and allowed 0 pressures.
Yeah.
0 pressures against Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's really good, right? He's an athletic specimen. But Justin School has one of the slowest kick steps of all time. And do you know what Myles Garrett tried to do? He didn't try to bull rush him. He didn't try to speed rush him. Myles Garrett tried to throw a straight-up move on her for all of those 15 snaps, or they were on a stunt. Where Justin School can play stunts very well. He's good at that. He knows how to pass stuff off. He's an NFL-level left tackle.
Yeah.
Right? There's a reason he's out there. It was just a lack of film and preparation. Myles Garrett tried the same thing over and over and over again, 15 snaps in a row. And Justin School looked really good. And Justin School is good, but he's not Christian Darrisaw level. No. And Christian Darrisaw put Myles Garrett while he was out there in a shoebox.
Okay, my question. I have a couple questions for this.
Well, and I'm not even done.
I know, but first of all, you keep on going.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Carson Wentz goes out with a shoulder injury. We're thinking we're getting the bro show. All of Minneapolis and Minnesota stands up because here we go. It's time. Max Brosmer takes the field. Oh, wait, it's just for a kneel down. He gets the minimum grade on PFF, Cole, which is 60 for Max Brosmer taking a kneel down. Max Brosmer goes out of the game. The Addison situation, okay, that's pretty much the offense in a nutshell. Not Jordan Addison, but Jordan Mason had a pretty good game. Oh, wait, he fumbles first drive. It's the second game in a row he's fumbled first drive. Cole, look for that in his third game as the starter. Aaron Jones potentially coming back after this Eagles game is when his window will be officially opened up. Then Justin Jefferson is pretty much hey, throw it up. He'll be open type of guy. Let's go to the defense.
He should be.
Go to the defense.
I'm ready.
All right, let's talk. I really wish I could find the tweet that I liked. And maybe I'll try to get it while you're talking over there, but the defense without who are they missing this week? I forget.
Van Ginkel.
Van Ginkel, yes, exactly.
Big name.
Bernard not doing much.
Let's see. I think it's like half the defense, pretty much. I don't know. It was very interesting.
It was.
But it's also Brown's offense, who's usually not that good. And they're now on like their 39th quarterback since 2002 or something like that.
They were in back-to-back games overseas as well, Cole.
Yep.
So, anyways, that's pretty much like that's tough to do.
Yeah,
that's tough to do.
Yeah, and basically, Kevin O'Connell opened up his press conference after the game and he's like, "We are 0 sleeps away from being in Minneapolis." Like they were so glad to be back. So I don't know, because the NFL is basically going to get their input from it and say, "Hey, how did you guys like this? What do you think?" Like that, because they're going to try to do this because they want Goodell wants every team to play an international game every year.
Here's the deal. Did you hear about the ticket deal before the game?
No.
Oh, see, Vikings Twitter, very upset. By the way,
Shocker.
the only good thing that came from this whole deal is those were both away games. So one
Very
thing
true.
to note. So those are pretty much 2 extra home games for us if you think about it in a way. But it was a home crowd for us at Tottenham. But ticketing was terrible. Ticketmaster crashed pretty much. They wouldn't let people in.
Shocker. Shout out Ticketmaster.
They are offering partial refund for people who couldn't get in. Partial refund.
Like couldn't get in at all?
Mm-hmm.
Partial refunds.
Yeah.
Because their website crashed.
I'm dead serious. There's an article about that.
That's a little crap.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Anyway, my couple comments. First of all, so we knew about this Darisaw deal, this pitch count deal, basically pretty much for the last couple of games. Like we knew that's what he was going to do. Why? Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you not start him in like the second quarter and have him play the second, fourth?
Because
Start
by
in the
then,
second half.
Because by then you're going to know what Myles Garrett and the defense and defensive line are doing.
Right, because you're going to have an entire half of scouting.
Right. He comes in as a fresh body, and when it's most important at the end of the game,
Yes.
you have your most important player out there.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the best,
Arguably your best player out there.
right. The best coaches of all time have all said the same thing. In your biggest moments, the biggest times, when you need the biggest plays, you need to have your most dominant players on the field. And or then getting the ball. But Darisaw doesn't get the ball.
Darisaw, Justin Jefferson. Get those 2 guys out there.
Those 2 guys really need to make a difference on this team, and both did on Sunday. Jefferson, wow.
Yeah, well, of course. Anyway, that's my only comment. Other than that, obviously a win is a win. Everybody's like, "Oh, Reichard's kick hit the camera deal," but the clip from the actual camera, it was nowhere close to it. The camera was back at like the other 20-yard line. So, and then he basically dead shanked, like Butter Walsh type deal. Anyway, a win is a win ahead of the bye week 3 and 2. It's very important this bye week. Another question quickly.
Yeah.
Another question quickly. If you can do this. Week 7 against the Eagles. Who do you start at quarterback? Now, before you answer,
I say this out of what I want to happen or what I think is going to happen.
You can say both. Here's you got to go with Wentz, in my opinion. Wentz has been in the league a long time.
Yep. He's
an injury away from winning a Super Bowl dominantly. Remember, he was dominating when he was healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Let J.J. McCarthy learn a little bit, but if you go 0-2 overseas, scrap the idea. If JJ's not healthy, bring in Brosmer. But since you won that last game,
here's the deal.
You got to give yourself the best chance to win. Which quarterback went out there and won?
Carson Wentz got traded away.
For who?
Somebody's going to need a quarterback coming up here. The Bengals.
The Bengals needed a quarterback, and they got 40-year-old Joe Flacco who doesn't have an offensive line to block for him.
Still better than what's his buck.
Why did they not go after Wentz?
Wentz is still an asset and is not a trade block. But after the J.J. McCarthy win with the Eagles in Week 7, it'll change a few folks' minds. Carson Wentz will not be a Minnesota Viking in Week 9.
Who's your backup then?
Max, the Bro Show, Brosmer.
Who's your third guy? Who's your emergency third?
Ritter's on our practice squad now. He come to the practice squad.
Yeah, let's get Desmond Ritter as our emergency backup.
I didn't. People have faith in the Bro Show.
Yes,
most of
he's
Minnesota
great.
Twitter.
Shout out Ty Hansen. Max Brosmer's a dog. He consumes football knowledge like nobody else, from what I've been told on the media.
All right, Cole. Let's talk about last week's games.
We're gonna run through how it
works. Yeah, I agree with that. Anyways,
Vikings don't play this
week. Who cares?
So
I might just flip a game on.
Oh yeah,
I actually really enjoy. I really love watching it.
Listen, there is something about Baker Mayfield. College, he's like, oh, he's a show off. He's cocky.
Who said that?
Everybody.
Oh,
everybody. And now he's like, he went down with an injury. I thought he broke his leg. Was it C.J. Gardner Johnson stood over him and was talking to him? Boom, his leg was fixed. Yeah. I just saw a TikTok about him and his ability to come back from trash talking. It was that Oklahoma-Kansas game where they didn't shake his hand and then he went up 400 yards.
You're missing that part, but I don't know if we can talk about it.
I don't think so. Well, we did one of these. You can't see it on the stream either, but you guys know what I did. Let's go to high school football. And the game of the week. First of all, we had some upsets. As we look in the media poll, Yankton takes a loss to O'Gorman, if memory serves me correctly.
I don't remember. I didn't look at any of the big schools.
So, and then, this is not the right media poll. 2022.
How'd you manage that?
Not sure. I was going to say because Sioux Falls Christian is not the number 5 team. Here we go.
Yes, they are, and probably 11 AA.
11 AA. Yankton loses and still gets 2 first-place votes as they lost to Sturgis. So make that make sense. Shout out to voters that just copy and paste last week's. I was not one of them. I voted here number 1. Brandon Valley beats Lincoln. They're now the undisputed number 1 in AAA. Sturgis beats Yankton, so Huron has now catapulted themselves to number 1.
Who had the Huron Tigers as a number 1 team in the class heading into the season?
Jaron Duffy.
I went down to the old Winter Sports Book, and Jaron. I went down to the old Winter Sports Book and put a prop on the Tigers to win the chip. $1 to cash out 1,753, I think. I'll have to get my slip out.
Those are some odds.
I know.
You got some good odds. Other than that, really no changes. Wagner has dropped out of the top 5 as they took back-to-back losses. Now, we get to the game of the week. Ladies and gentlemen.
And folks, we're not kidding.
This is the premier game of South Dakota high school football this week. It'll take place in Tripp, South Dakota. The Tripp Delmont Armor Andy Central Dakota Christian Thunderhawks will host the Cologne Cowboys Friday the 10th at 7 p.m. This game, quite literally, is win and you're in the playoffs. Because both these teams are in 18th.
Can we have a tie? Can the game finish in a tie?
Cologne yet to score a point this season. TDA ACDC is averaging like 6 points a game. They're both allowing more than 50 points a game. Ethan has just walked behind us.
We should get him in here to talk about this.
I don't even think he'll know anything about it.
Right now, but here's the deal.
Yeah, listen, this game is literally win and you're in.
Here's the deal. Cologne's closest game this year, mind you, their first 6 games, Cole, and they also both teams going to a bye after this week. They both get to hang out. So this could be their last game of the year. Then they're going to sit on the couch and hope that the PowerPoint swing their way. However, Cologne, Cole, yet to score a touchdown, as he mentioned. They've been mercy ruled in all 6 of their games. The closest game they played, Platte Geddes. They lost by 52 points.
There you go.
52-0. Cole, word on the street from the sports book down in the winter. The over-under at 5.5.
This game is going to be 8-6 or 42-32. No in between.
8-6. It'll end up either 2-6 or
it'll be 8-6.
6-0.
It'll be 8-6.
You think a 2-point conversion gets scored in this game?
You think a touchdown's going to get scored?
No, I don't. It'll be a pick 6 or a fumble that just so happens to get.
There you go, Barry. That's all you need. 8-6. Game-winning 2-point conversion. Here we go. No chance they're too far up. They're in 18th place.
A win would give them how many power points?
40? More than a loss.
Would it give them 40?
41.
41?
It's
I don't know.
Yeah, it's 41, 44. Yeah, it's 41.
Right.
41 for a win, and they'd get 29 for a loss.
John's done the math.
John, you know what, John? I'm going to put you in timeout. Can I do that? I don't think I can. You're just anyway. That's the game of the week. Let's get to our picks of the week, shall we?
Yeah, we should. Let's get out of here.
Oh,
last week there's a lot of red on this old puppy.
Last week, first of all, here's your standings. I am now 17-13. I have regressed. I'm in midseason form. 56.6%. I went 2-4 last week. Charlie, you're now 20-10. You did not go 5-1 last week.
No, that's not right.
Didn't change it. You went 3-3 last week. I just didn't change those numbers. They're sitting in 21st in 9AA, 2.5 full seed points by 16th. Anyway, game of the week for Cologne. Winning they're in. Here were our last week.
Cologne wins this game, we're gonna start a scholarship fund.
Yeah. Here's our last week's pick. I went 2-0 in high school. Del Rapids West Central missed an extra point with 30 seconds to go. Del Rapids wins. EPJ blanked Wagner. New Mexico State didn't win against San Jose State. Iowa State lost both their corners. Did not know that until Friday. Rams, I had the Niners. Niners did not cover the 7.5, and I had the Seahawks. Great game, by the way.
Yes, dude, that was awesome.
You went 3-3. You had Harrisburg over Roosevelt. You put Jefferson. I know you meant Roosevelt. Hanson did not beat Howard. It was very close, though. New Mexico State and Sam Houston, you nailed that one. Iowa State, you had the same one as me. Vikings beat the Browns. Bengals do not cover the 11 points to the Lions. Those are last week's
That's ridiculous. And they were coming back at the end.
They were. Now to this week's picks. I don't have them loaded in.
Oh, we can
but here we go. High school football for me, I have Lennox over Madison in the 5-3 matchup in 11A, and I have TDA ACDC defeating Cologne.
See, I have the opposite. I got Cologne. Give me the Cowboys over the Nighthawks of TDA ACDC, and then I'm going to run up with Hanson again. Hanson over Viber Hurley. You can't lose to Viber Hurley, fellas. College pick quickly. I have Missouri State -1.5 over MTSU. That's tonight. And then I have North Texas over USF. I actually stole Cole's pick, but I actually picked it myself, but I then looked at yours.
Yep. Yeah, I've got also Missouri State against Middle Tennessee tonight. That game kicked off 30 minutes ago. North Texas going to win on Friday. The over-under for that game, by the way, is like 67 points.
We took the same games.
Yeah, we did. I also have Missouri covering the 2.5 against Alabama, Oregon to blow out Indiana. And I have 4 college football picks this week. And in the NFL, I have the Packers to cover 2 touchdowns against the Bengals and the Lions to beat the Chiefs on Sunday night.
I got the Dolphins over the Chargers this week with all the injuries. They're going to be lost out there. And then I have the Bucs again over the Niners. I don't think Purdy's going to be able to come back and do things great. Kittle's on his way back, though, which is going to be great for my fantasy team.
And as the Steve Miller Band wraps up, I've got I did
got 50-50 drawing is what you meant to say.
Yeah, we do. Fans, here's your 50-50 numbers. Anyway, I had to pull one of those
You
out.
got to say the number at least 16 times.
9 times. Yeah, I had to pull that. I pulled that impression out at soccer on halftime. I think it was Thursday because Kane was like, "Give me a good JVG." So I went, "Fans, the Coyotes return." So
that's awesome.
Shout out JVG. It's closing time here on KAOR. We thank you all for tuning in to the CharCole Sports Show, for surviving another episode. This was season 3, episode 6, here on October the 8th. We'll see you right back here on the radio wave, 6 to 7 p.m. on the live stream as well, 6 to 7 p.m. next Wednesday. Let's hope we're both feeling a little bit better. Charlie, any final notes?
Maybe we could convince Iaconia to come on the show. I don't know if we could convince him to stay FCC regulated or regulatory.
I don't know. We'll have to see about that.
We'll see.
He's been Charlie Prien. I've been Cole Larsch. Thank you for tuning in. The Locker Room Sports Show here on KAOR is next on 91.1 FM here in Vermilion.